Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're learning how to make the T-strap pattern today, and our measurement is 1.5.3 for the bigger strap, while the smaller one is 1.5 for men. Now in making your pattern, it depends on the length of your customer's foot or your foot. Yes, depends on the length. While the one entering your big toe, I think, okay, it's one, not 1.5. It's just 1 inch. So in making the strap entering your toe, you measure 1 inch. Then the length will be 6 inches. Yes, 6 inches. So what you are doing is you are trying to connect both lines, but the other part of the line will be smaller than the other side, as seen in the video I'm showing to you right now. So you are just connecting it. Now you are making that side narrow, because if it's too big, your big finger would not be able to go into it properly, and even at that, if it's big, it will be very uncomfortable for you or the person making it. So after cutting that, this is the velvet we're using, but like we all know, the velvet is such a, let's say, a light material. So I'll be using a stronger leather for it as a support. This leather is so strong, yes. So it will be able to support the velvet, so that the lightness of the velvet will not be obvious. So I have cut out, this is the cutout of our pattern, and this is the pattern we just made for our big toe. Like I earlier said, is the length depends on the customer you're making it for, but I usually use 11. 11 is a convenient length for me, for men especially. So this is it. What you do, you will just cut it out. I've already drawn out the one entering our big toe. I applied gum, and now I am placing it on the velvet. Yes, after placing it, you hammer it as usual, and when you are done, you will cut it out. Now you are cutting this one out first, so that you'll be able to place it on the bigger strap before you line it. So this is the cutout of it. You just carefully cut it out. Now when you are done, you mark out the middle. Please don't forget, you mark out the middle of your big strap. You mark out the middle. So this is how I usually do it. Anyway, I usually improvise an easy way out in my shoemaking journey. Yes, so this is how I do it. I just mark out the middle, then I apply my gum at the middle of the big strap, then apply my gum at the end of the one entering our big finger. Yes, that's it. So I apply gum at the edge too. Just a little of it is very okay. Now you can file that side if you want to sew it, and if the leather is too strong, you can file that edge that I'm applying. Yes, you can file it before gumming it. But if you have your filing machine, it's fine. You can just allow it to dry, then you place it like so. Yeah, this is it. You just place it at the middle too. Placing at the middle. Yes, and you apply your gum all over as well. Now this is it. After applying your gum all over, like I measure the two parts before applying the gum on the velvet. Now after applying it, allowing it to dry, this, see what you do. You just place it carefully at the end of the velvet. You mark it with your eye, so you will not have to make mistake. The second one will come after, but you will have to cut it out first before you place the second one. Now this is how I do mine because my hand is not straight, so in placing it like this, it helps me get a straight cutout for my edges. Yes. Now in getting the middle part, you will look for a strap that will go into your fancy or your accessory conveniently. Yes, that's it. You look for a measurement that will go into your fancy conveniently. Now if your fancy is small, you are making a smaller length. Sorry, you are making a smaller breadth for it, yes. But if your fancy has a big mouth, then it just goes larger. Yes. So this is the length I'm using, and this is the wideness. See the wideness. The wideness is going into my fancy conveniently. This is how it is. So you will just do that for your tone fancy, and this is what you come out with. So when you are done doing that, you apply your gum at the bad face of your fancy and also at the middle part of your strap. Now when applying it, please be careful so that the gum will not have to show. I know kerosene always helps in removing gum, but it's good to make your work look neat instead of just keeping all your mind in using kerosene to clean it. So that's it. You just carefully just place it. I know velvet gums very fast, yes. And that's it, guys. You are done with your first pattern. Now the second one, I usually use from that strap to towards the end of that our toe, I use 2.5 for men. That's the general measurement. But for women, I don't get to 2.5. Yes. So what you do is you just cut out two pieces of leather, apply gum, then you apply gum after measuring your 2.5. After measuring your 2.5, you are placing it and to face your leather. It's facing the bad side. Yes, it's facing your not the bad side, rather your lining rather. Now after doing that, you apply gum, then you bend it. Now the rest of the job, a cobbler will do it for, let's say a cobbler, and these aboki guys, they sew, but if you can hand stitch, fine, you can do that as well and it'll be fine. Yes, an aboki will just hand stitch it for you and you are done with your design. If you want to sew it any color of thread, it's fine by you. So guys, that's it for our tutorial today. Thank you for your time and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.